Hello. Good evening, everyone. I'm Adam, and welcome to another edition of I've Got a Bike. And right beside me is Dan, and then right here is Edward. Hey, good evening, everybody.
Good
Cool.
evening.
I'm gonna sneak over here and mute this channel, my YouTube channel, before I have feedback. So
Get a little unintentional psychedelic.
exactly, you're exactly right. Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully everyone's doing well. So here's what we're going to talk about tonight. I'm going ahead and get my little thingy right here together for everybody. And we're going to talk about these two records right here.
Whoopsie. They went away.
They did. Oh, I was in the wrong area.
Please stand by.
Nah. Not this one. Here we go, folks.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about these two records right here. They were released last Saturday on Record Store Day Drops 2020. We got the Nick Mason on the left and the Pink Floyd on the right. And it's a pretty exciting day. It was great to be able to get one of these records and to open it up and giving it a spin. And it was just truly amazing. And so we're going to talk a little bit about those tonight. Let's go ahead and welcome all the way from Australia, Sean. Hello, Sean. How are you doing tonight? I think it's going to be one of these slow nights because we're waiting for his comment to appear in the StreamYard chat. But hey, Sean, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Trust things are well with you down there. Here we go. There we go. Yeah.
Hey, Sean.
I'll wait a little later next time. Yeah. So hey. So let's get started with this one right here, folks. Dan, take it away.
Hey. You mean this one or that one back there? So the first thing I want to say is something we realized. If you look down in your right below my finger, you're going to see a different Record Store Day Drops 2020 logo than the one here. And we think we've cracked the riddle. This is the US sticker, and the other one apparently was the one put on European releases of the same album. So in case you're wondering that, my mind thinks that way. So I was just like, what's going on there? But we checked all the copies we could see have from the US or this logo for Record Store Day Drops 2020.
Absolutely.
Although prior years for the US had that scallop sticker that is showing in the thing there. And
I like the scallop sticker. Bring it back.
You want the scallop sticker? Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is cool.
Not bad, but this one I like the scallop one better. It's aluminum, like a foil stamp, and looks really good.
Yeah.
So
the stickers are actually done at the pressing plants, and it's the label who supply the stickers. Yeah.
Oh, the pressing plant supply them. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's what the vinyl looks like.
Nice.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. Nice.
And then on the flip side, you've got this etching that we'll try and it kind of changes in the light a little bit. So we kind of got to shine it around a little bit so you can see everything. I really like how it's kind of got these radiates coming out. It's a handcuff, like what's on the front part. So, but it's got those little dots radiating out from the center as well. It's pretty cool. And the crescent moon kind of in the middle there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Very cool. And then I found an image online.
Yeah.
It shows it a little differently.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just lighting and
yeah. Professional lighting versus, desk lamps.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I had never seen any indication in the past of handcuffs associated with Arnold Layne. Has anybody else seen that?
Well, I mean, he had a strange hobby, and he got arrested for it.
He did,
Yeah.
but I don't ever remember seeing anything handcuffs associated with that song. So that was quite a surprise for me.
Yeah. And,
me too.
Hypnosis cover. So they probably just read about what the song's about and went, "Yeah, I feel like someone got arrested. Let's do some handcuffs."
Absolutely, yeah. But it's kind of neat. The back of the jacket reminds me a little bit of the dots.
Yeah, it's also got the handcuffs on it, or handcuff.
Yeah.
With a full moon in the center, as opposed to the crescent moon. So,
and I think on the front we see a button.
Yeah, well, it's the person's looks like button jacket, like, and the fact of where their thumbs are, you could tell that it's not behind their back, it's in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
And I guess they got caught red-handed. Little on the money there. Double Pink Floyd pun.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I just was going to make
for the day.
I was just going to make a comment that I remember the promotional video I used to see as a youngster of the song Arnold Layne, and I don't think there was anybody getting arrested. I think they were just Floyd, making little appearances, popping up here and there. Do y'all kind of remember that promo video for that song?
Running around on the beach and those mannequins and stuff.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There was nobody getting arrested.
Well, they didn't want to send the wrong
not at all. Yeah.
Positive vibes going out.
Yeah.
And then the inner sleeve is a simple black inner sleeve. So
yes.
Which
is a little tight.
Your standard just white inner sleeves. That's a little nice.
They gave him time. Doors changed. Chain gang.
Yeah.
Hey Russell. Yeah. So this is a little this is a little tight. I don't want to put my record back in here. It's a little tight. So I need to find some 7-inch sleeves that
aren't just MoFi. We need to start a petition to get MoFi to make 7-inch inner sleeves.
I would like to find some that are clear, so we can see that beautiful.
I love the MoFi inner sleeves that have the up. They tell you which side's up. You know which side's the front. I would love that for 7 inches as well.
Yes,
and 10 inches for that matter, but nobody builds anything for a 10-inch.
They're very expensive. The 10-inch accessories are more expensive than 12-inch accessories.
And very hard to find.
Yeah, exactly. So, so this song was recorded live during a performance by the Pink Floyd, and it was recorded at the Barbaric Centre in London. And it was all about a tribute for Syd Barrett. Syd Barrett's tribute concert, The Madcap's Last Laugh. And it took place on May 10th, 2007. And it took place a few months after Syd died. And I would like to find a DVD of the entire show. Because lots of wonderful people were there. Christy Hine was there. Robin Hitchcock was there. Roger Waters was even there for a portion of it. And he did Flickering Flame, which was from what was that record, Dan? A solo?
Yeah, solo years. It's actually called Flickering Flame. The album is called that. But it is... sort of a compilation. There's the album cover.
Flickering Flame. So Roger did that song. He played it acoustic. And yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it was a wonderful way to honor. So it kind of came together last moment for the Pink Floyd to play together.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we had David and Richard and Nick. And then they invited John Karen to play keyboards with them and to sing. And then Guy Pratt was not available. He was playing with Brian Ferry. And so he wasn't available that night. So he left the Oasis arena and stepped into the Pink Floyd arena, and there was no fighting. Two brothers weren't fighting. One brother's not showing up for shows, and I'm not going on and stuff like that. So could you imagine how peaceful that was for Andy? And he was probably thinking, man, this will be a good gig to be part of forever. And
Right.
so that was really neat. But on YouTube, you can find some footage of David and Mick and John rehearsing with Andy and in a green room, and it just came together so well, and I thought it sounded great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Unfortunately, there was some technical difficulty with Richard's keyboards and with his microphone. So if you pay attention, you'll hear a little bit of a dropout on the recording, and yeah. So, but I'm glad it was released.
The audio quality as a whole on the recording is a little dodgy.
Yeah. I mean, was it the best rendition of Arnold Layne? No. But was it a wonderful rendition? Say again?
I thoroughly enjoyed it, but yes, it's not the best.
Yeah. But was it an awesome? Absolutely. Was it?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm so glad that this song was chosen for Record Store Day Drops 2020. And I'm waiting for other things that the label and the Pink Floyd will pull out and share with us. And what was it, 6,000? Was that right? 6,000 of these were made, or was it 7,000?
6 or 7.
Yeah. But yeah, this is going to be wonderful to have and all. Yeah. So the funny thing is that Roger kind of last moment, and I mean last moment, not like, hey, you got 5 minutes to get here. I mean, like, it was kind of planned for Roger to be there a little later. I mean,
right.
to be there, but it was getting close to the date. And so he came out. And so, Chrissie Hynde performed, Robin Hitchcock performed, and it was just really cool. And Roger performed, and Roger left. Story goes, he had to go meet his girlfriend. So you had an opportunity to hang out with the guys that you started a band with, other than David, and you also had a chance to honor the person you started a band with, who had died, and who had gave you wonderful material to write. Wish You Were Here, and every other song he's ever written in his lifetime.
His dad might have given him a little.
Yeah, his dad a little bit, at least. Yeah. And then and then he leaves to pick up his girlfriend. He could have easily sent a car or taxi or limousine or a jet or a helicopter to bring her back to the venue, but he didn't. So at the end of the show, everybody comes on stage and they perform Bike, but Roger's not there. And that would have been very interesting for Pink Floyd to perform one more time together, even though they would have had a bunch of people go. Hey, good evening, Kent. Welcome back to the channel. Dan, you weren't here the other day, but Kent was banned from the channel. So, I don't know. Anyway, but welcome back, Kent. Thank you so much. That just goes to show the power of women. There you go. So yeah, and so
right. What I was going to say, that we're talking about Roger Waters, I just can only assume this, but I would have to say that I'm just thinking here, as much as I heard him talk about Sid and a lot of other interviews and other things that I've seen him when he talks about Sid Barrett, and I think it was emotional. And if you, I don't know, I'm assuming because I'm a guy too, like, that's emotional. That's my friend. We were there. You're gonna, we did that. We're doing that song, and then here comes the song "Bike," and being part of all that, and there for the, all with Sid in the beginning. I'm thinking maybe he got emotional, and he was like, he saw everybody together again, and that's what I could think, that all those years are catching up, and it's in the moment, and here we are again on sharing the same stage, but without Sid. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, we all deal with loss in different ways, and
right.
Yeah. They had played. Oh, don't be. I got extras. Don't be. I have a few. Hey. Yeah. Announcement in TV. I mean, I'd be glad to ship one to you. If I knew somebody who was going to Australia, I'll say, here, take this and drop it off for Sean. But yeah. So we lost Sid first, and
right.
And thank God for Sid and his contribution to the Pink Floyd. But it wasn't until, we lost Richard not too terribly long after this performance, and so maybe everybody knew that Richard was sick. I think when you look at Live 8, Richard looks sick. Yeah, and I don't know. Could it have been too much pressure for Roger to be there? But he wasn't. So here we go. This is really cool. Yeah. So this was their last performance, and it's awesome.
It really is. I know we talked about the Etch B-side, but I love that Etch B-side. I think it's really, really cool. I looked at that a lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, okay, good. Ordered mine from my record store. Still waiting for it in the mail, and can't track it. Hopefully, you have a better mail system than we do in America today. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have seen that.
Me too.
I'm not very fond of that myself, but hey, it's okay. Yeah. I've seen it online. Yeah.
Had that ready.
Hey, I'm not saying David didn't do a bad performance. I like hearing Richard sing, and and you can hear Richard on here, which is awesome. Is awesome. So, yeah.
The single sounds sounds good.
Didn't know it was on vinyl. Absolutely. Yeah. And so yeah.
Learn something off the channel every time.
Learn something every time. So and also Joe Boyd was involved in making this happen, not only making the performance happen, and then he was one of the concert producers, and so thanks Joe Boyd for stepping back in and helping the Pink Floyd boys. So there you go. And of course, John Karen, the guy who's played with Pink Floyd, the guy who's played with Roger Waters, the guy who's played with David Gilmour. He gets around. Awesome. So there you go. Yeah. Any final comments about the Pink Floyd 7 Record Store Day Drops 2020?
Wait, if you don't have it, pick it up. It's a fun listen. It's a cool etching on the B side. It doesn't take a lot of room in your collection, but you get a good value out of it. It's nice.
You do.
Absolutely.
I don't know how many times I listened to it today. I think it was up to 10 times.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and Sean, hopefully yours will get to you as soon as it possibly can. I'm planning on buying a saucer full of secrets. Would you go stereo, mono or stereo for the recent repress? I would say if you can grab it on mono, grab it. I've heard both.
Oh, you're talking about the represses of the original issue? Yeah. The record.
You can't go wrong either way. Whatever comes your way, make it happen. But mono, if you can. Dan, thoughts?
Mono. Oh no, that's mono saucer right there.
Mono, yeah.
Fourth day, 2018, 2019.
Edward?
I believe it's 2018 is what I saw on my copy. And if you can get that the mono mix, it's the way to go. They're out there. Just take a little time searching, and you can find there's still some folks out there willing. Oh, not willing. Excuse me. Selling it for a nice, decent price.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
So original monos are tough to find and not cheap.
No.
Yeah. He was asking about the repress, and it may be different for Australia than it is in America. We got the mono for the record store day, and then the stereo for the reissue. But whatever you can get is great, man. And if you end up getting a mono, awesome. And it could be that, I don't know. I'll have to check a database and see if it was available. Yeah. So yeah. But speaking of Saucer Full of Secrets, this was another record store day drops 2020. Nick Mason's Saucer Full of Secret. This one has an etching. You can look at it right here. However, Dan is going to show us his in a brighter light, and we're going to check it out.
Awesome.
Okay. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
There's a lot of detail in the words that's kind of hard to see.
Oh yeah.
A lot more detail. It looks very plain and simple till you really start looking at it.
It's got that turn of the century fan look to it. And then another thing I noticed about it is that, I love that part of it. Forget Vertigo. We got that going on. Yeah. Another thing when you look at the etching, Nick Mason loves cars. He loves racing. And part of the etching reminds me of automobile tires. And so that was just really neat, but it was very good. And that etching is awesome. It truly is. That deserves to be framed and hung on the wall just like it is. That's for sure.
Yes. They put love into that etching.
Oh yeah, they did. And it looks as though it has lots of depth.
Yes,
I like that a lot. And thanks to the guys over at Hypnosis who stepped in and helped with the jacket. And this jacket is so detailed and so fun. And hey, get out the milk, get lost in it, read it as you eat your cereal, because there are so many cool imagery in here. And I like the fact that they reach back to the days of Nick playing these wonderful clear drum sets that he had. On the back, it shows more of that out of control spinning saw thing, and hey, it's just wonderful. Yeah. And not only is the cover great, but the music that's on here is incredible too. There's 2 songs. 2 songs, and this is a tease for us for the full-length record, which is coming out September
18th.
September 18th, which is be here before you know it, and there's lots of varieties as far as what format you can purchase and the packages and stuff like. We were talking about that a little bit earlier in the green room. And Dan, you ended up getting one on the website for the band, right?
Yeah, so I ordered through the website to get all the bonuses. So I ordered the package where you get the CD DVD combo, you get the Blu-ray, you get the vinyl, and you get a signed poster. So poster signed by Nick Mason. Very excited.
Yeah. And that was quite a treat. And you actually had that pre-shipped, but you're going to save it for us when the actual record comes out. And
I'm actually going to have 2 posters. I thought I wasn't getting the other one, so I ordered a second, and the second came first.
Oh, so the second one's going to come later. I mean, the first one's going to come later.
Yeah, so the first one
that's how it was. Okay.
All the other stuff it'll ship together, and then the second one already arrived, and it's in a tube.
Well, unfortunately, they're already sold out on the website, the posters that is, and so there you go. But the poster, I mean, hey, Pink Floyd has done some wonderful imagery, wonderful posters, but there's just something special about the time that was taken with this, and it takes you back to the late '60s, which is really cool, and things like that. But the music, oh my gosh, did Nick not put together a good band?
Yes, very good band.
Yes, absolutely. He did. Not only did he reach out. Hello, Sharon. How are you? What day is concert T-shirts? Every day we wear concert T-shirts. Sharon, I don't know. I'll be in Wake Forest tomorrow, so I'll try to bring back some and get started. I ended up getting another little batch up there, so I'm waiting to do a pop-up, Sharon, after I get caught up on my invoices and shipping. So hopefully soon I'll get it done. Cross your fingers. But anyway, thanks for joining us tonight. It's good to see you with us here. We're talking about 2 records. We're talking about 2 records that were released last Saturday for as part of Record Store Day Drops 2020. And these are the 2 we're talking about, Pink Floyd, Arnold, Layne, and Nick Mason's Saucerful of Secrets. Yeah. And so there we go. 2 songs. I mean,
we get a taste.
You get a taste. Not only did Nick invite Guy Pratt to be part of this, and Guy is very into it. He's like playing that bass so strongly and hearing all sorts of things in his bass player. And I heard a little bit of an in-whistle. Did you guys happen to notice that when he was up?
Yes. He was playing that bass heavy duty and just bringing the A game to it.
Yeah. I could envision Sid going like, yeah, but it was good. I mean, Roger, nothing against your bass playing at that time period, not at all. But Roger has grown as a musician since '65. But Guy is wide open. It is good. And Guy's been a wonderful bass player. I mean, he's played with Madonna. He wrote a riff for Madonna that was real popular. He's played with Michael Jackson, Ice House. I love hearing him play in Ice House.
Tears for Fears.
Did he play with Gilmore, Dan?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and then just a wonderful guy. And plus, I've got to know Guy a little more by watching his quarantine videos.
Yeah, they're pretty neat.
They are very cool.
They're fun videos to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And so guy's been a good guy there, and he does a fantastic job on this. And I want to get the DVD for sure, and I got to make sure I ordered that and the Blu-ray. I mean, yeah. Anyway, looking forward to hearing more of Guy, and then there's some other musicians on here that are just just killer musicians. We have Gary Kemp. He plays guitar and lead vocals. He is good. And CMLey play. I thought he did a wonderful job, and I've always liked his work with Spandau Ballet, and he's just brought another talent to the table that complements Nick and the Pink Floyd and compliments Sid Barrett in such a good way. And he's a great guitarist also. So I think people were like, "Ooh, you're playing? Does that mean we're going to get a Spandau Ballet again?" I hope he does. Yeah. I hope he does. I mean, they were good. Absolutely. And then, of course, there's Dom Becken. He plays keyboards. And Dom shared something with David Gilmour in the fact that they both had done things with the Orb, and so that was really neat. It was really neat. Absolutely, I love the Orb. I like the Orb where David Gilmour's on, and there you go. Let's highlight that, Dan. And nothing like nice little clouds.
Oh, awesome! Yeah. Very awesome.
Dan, if I'm not mistaken, so David plays on that record, but if I'm not mistaken, he was involved with another Orb record with production. Is that correct?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was
involved with the prior record.
Yes. And it was a wonderful day when a copy of the Orb walked through the door here, and I was like, yes. And it was all I could do to keep it. Yeah. Okay. But it was a
one thing I was going to. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go right ahead. It was a wonderful day when that happened, Edward.
I was just going to mention about Gary Kemp, the guitarist. I mean, excellent guitarist. I mean, watching him and Guy Pratt perform together, Astronomy Dominique. You can see this on the YouTube. They're really focused, and they're just bringing it. And Guy is so into these performances of these songs. I mean, he's energetic, and the vocal delivery from Gary Kemp is just he's a really good vocalist. And you just kind of think, okay, this guy was Spandau Ballet Band, different from Pink Floyd, how he fit in, and just he does a great job, and two different worlds, but he comes in and he fits in, and apparently he likes what they're doing. In fact, I even heard him say that he was encouraging Nick if they could do a song. I don't think I've ever heard of it, Scream Thy Last Scream. And what I heard about it, that Nick does the scream or some part in it where he screams, but he wasn't willing to do that. And so I guess they kind of dropped it. But again, Spandau Ballet meets the Pink Floyd. I mean, you just don't see that coming, but it works.
Absolutely. It works wonderful. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Good choice.
I agree.
Gary Kemp, excuse me. Yeah. Hey, there's Harry. Hey, good evening, Harry. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you.
Hi, Harry.
Harry. Yeah. Hey, thank everyone for being here. And if you're just tuning in, we're talking about these two records right here that was released last Saturday. Record Store Day Drops 2020, and I'm going to show you the image of those records. Yeah, there you go. It's on the left is Nick Mason's Saucerful of Secrets, and on the right is Pink Floyd with Arnold Layne. Yeah. thank you everybody for being here. We appreciate it a bunch. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I've listened to this one several times since it came out. I probably 15, 16 times. I just kind of kept playing it over and over, and then I put it away and I get it back out and play it some more. And I was telling them before in the pre-show, we're all used to Pink Floyd. We love Pink Floyd. We're used to it. We know it. It's that warm blanket. It's our grandmother's cooking. And this is like, you go to the restaurant and it's like infused china or whatever, and it's modern versions of classic dishes, or it's your grandmother's cooking but modernized. And so many times that fails. That becomes or you get that tribute to a band, and the tribute album is all right. Then you listen to it once, you put it away, or there might be one song on there you like, or that band does a reissue of a song and it's oftentimes not very good, or someone does a reissue of a song and it's not very good. I have thoroughly enjoyed all of this. It's the same but very different, and it is so hard to hit that sweet spot. And everything I've heard, listened to a bunch of on YouTube, and both of these songs, they just hit that. They just nail it. And I got to imagine they spent a lot of time trying to figure that out. How do we do this different? How do we have fun with it? And how do we make it very enjoyable, very good? It becomes a whole new earworm in my head. The CMLA play is it's stuck in my head. I love it in a very positive way. So, yeah, I am very much looking forward to the album coming out. The giant double album, 22 songs. I can't wait for it to come out, even though it's only a couple weeks away. I wish it was now.
I do too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it also. Yeah, I think also the fact that, for Pink Floyd, Roger and David, they did most of the singing. If you were to count every song, I don't know who sang more, David or Roger. I would probably guess it'll be pretty close. And it's great for Nick to leave such a legacy for years to come of his contribution, his early songs. He was there. He contributed much more than he did on the final cut. And he was there in the infancy when they had so much muse and it was just bubbling out, and bam, they were making it happen. And so for him to offer that and to lead that and to share that, and also introducing some of the less popular tunes that people may know from the Pink Floyd catalog. It's just amazing. It's chilling.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I love watching him sit up there with the big old grimace on his face, just jamming on the drums. It's so fun. I mean, he's got this frown that goes like down into his pants. It's such a long frown, but you can tell it's also he's really smiling.
Yeah, absolutely. And Nick is one that was very quick to say in interviews that my drumming was so bad on The Dark Side of the Moon, and it's full of mistakes. He says, I wasn't doing anything spectacular. I was just playing along, and I was just playing the songs. But at the same time, it's one of the most drum influenced records.
Mm-hmm. You think that's live on there? I mean, yeah.
Perhaps in all of rock and roll history. Yeah. Hey, good evening, Anthony. Thanks for stopping by with us. Yeah. And so, at the same time, Nick is like so humble and quiet, and he got along well with everyone, and so it was just really neat. Yeah. So, hey, I was talking about Don Becker and how he did things with the Orb, and as well as David Gilmour. He also did some music with the Spice Girls. and he did
Whoa.
some music with Johnny Marr, the Smiths,
Smith.
and so that was really neat. That was really, really neat. The other guy that's in the band, Lee Harris, I think he was the guy who did, if I'm not mistaken, he did most of the lead guitar work, while Gary did a little more rhythm, and Lee was a blockhead. Ian Dury and the Blockheads,
Right.
and that's him, a blockhead. So it's very cool. I mean, everybody has wonderful music history and has done a lot of things. Probably Guy Pratt's performed with more people and things like that, but it's really neat. But these guys are humble. They're not going around saying, "I'm Mr." And it's just really neat to have seen this show live. Yeah, absolutely. Where was the Roadhouse? That's one thing I didn't research.
I believe it's London, maybe?
London?
Same place it usually is.
That place looks full when you see the performances.
Yeah.
And no one looks like they're sitting down during the whole show.
Yeah. So the Roadhouse is in London. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's really cool. I think the closest Nick came to Raleigh was Florida. Is that right, Dan?
Something like that.
And maybe New York, because
and I looked into going, and I just couldn't make it work out. I just
remember looking at the itinerary.
It just wasn't going to work out.
I went online and looked at the itinerary and said, where they play, where they going to play. And I was like, you can't. Yeah. Of course, if they played in Chapel Hill, I couldn't drive up there at nighttime.
It was like 2 shows in New York, a show in California, out the door.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'd love to see Gilmore again. But I would have loved this tour live. Perhaps when COVID-19's not around, they can pick it back up again or something, and maybe do some more dates.
You can do Saucerful and David Gilmour.
It's cram it all together. Well, I mean, I was supposed to go see Roger Waters, but that got canceled.
Yeah, that's true. What's his current show?
Yeah.
What's the name of his current show?
It's that I forget, but it'd be my I think third or fourth time seeing him. It's always fun. I'm gonna go every time I can.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. And just think, Roger's missing out on an election year with his wonderful visuals, and yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can't think of much more to say about this. I'm so glad that I was able to get a copy for myself. Yeah, it's very cool. And
do you still have copies for sale if people want to call up?
I do. I have a few copies left. It's just like, okay, I'm just going to order Pink Floyd, Saucerful, The Grateful Dead, and that's all I'm going to order for Record Store Day. And I really did feel like I really felt like ordering that way. And then, and then the next Record Store Day drops 2020, which is this month, is Roger Waters' The Wall.
The Wall,
live in the Berlin.
There you go. Perfect.
I want it.
Let's see yours.
I want it.
Cover.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the standard cover there. That's what the final's gonna look like.
I like that cover. I like the visual of that.
And that was what, 80 something or not? Yeah, it was late 80s.
It was 80.
It was
88, 89. I don't remember.
And that cover just is that
Hey, Kurt.
period. Hey, Kurt.
It is, yeah. Hey, Kurt, how are you? Yeah. So absolutely.
I mean, it fits the album so well, and and you get your Scorpions and your Sinead O'Connor and Cyndi Lauper on there, and Brian comes.
Absolutely. Cyndi Lauper. I was like, Cyndi Lauper? I love Cyndi Lauper. So Kurt was here when I opened. Kurt stopped by this afternoon, and he was here when I opened up my Saucerful, and he said, "Hey," and I was like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he says, "Isn't it bowlful rather than saucerful, given yours is warped?" And so, thank God. Thank God for these wonderful weights, because it was concave with the plane surface, so when I put it down, it flattened it, and
so if you don't have a good record weight, it's well worth the investment. You don't have to buy $100 one, a $30 one or less will do great.
Or just order one for me. It's even better.
Yeah, order one for Kurt.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah.
Great. Let's see if I can get to mine without wrecking everything. I'm there. Friend of mine run a aluminum mill, and so he got a block of steel and milled this for me. So,
both of those are nice. I like those.
So this is
to keep this away from my head.
I was able to get that because I couldn't afford at the time. I couldn't afford one of the regular ones.
I think I sell these for 35 or 38.
Right,
yeah.
That's about right.
Pay $400 for one, and what the hell's the difference?
Who paid $400?
Yeah, but there's ones on like what is it, Music Direct that are $100, $200, $300, $400.
So what you end up getting is a $35 weight, and the rest of it is bragging rights.
Yeah, mine's $400. All right, great. I'd rather put $400 into something sounding better than I
guess I need to order me one. Yeah, absolutely.
I traded for mine.
You did? Yeah.
Yeah.
But, let's make sure we don't have a AT60 and put a weight on it. Hey, this is Victoria. Hello, Victoria. Listening in the background while working. What an honor having Victoria with us tonight.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. The difference is that $400 ones are more expensive.
Yeah, that's a lot less records I can purchase. So.
I sometimes think people who have very expensive audio equipment, speakers that you have to hire people to move them an inch from the wall, they have like 14 records.
Yeah. And a $300,000 system.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Anyway, it's all good. So, yay! What a treat talking about these two wonderful releases, and what a treat to have two things Pink Floyd related released on the same day. Has that ever happened before?
I don't think so.
Well, yeah, there was. Yeah, because there was store day a few years ago where they had the Live in London and the other thing released on the same day.
Okay.
The super limited picture disc that was what 650, 2,000 worldwide, but 650 in the US. And then let's see. It was these two. So it was the picture disc of this. This is not it. I don't have the picture disc at this point. And then this Interstellar Overdrive record store day exclusive.
Hey, look, you got the same sticker.
UK.
Yeah.
You got that same scallop sticker. Yeah. So take it off and put it on your other one.
Yeah, in the past. And this is the regular limited release, which was on white vinyl of the London. Nice little white vinyl there. The London 66, 67. And then, but the record store day release was a picture disc of this instead of vinyl, instead of colored vinyl. So they're pretty darn hard to find because they only release 650 of them in the U.S. and I think around worldwide.
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it's hard to find.
They were thinking with that, but I mean
Absolutely.
that was about $20 on the day of, and then it shot up to 100 like that. All the collectors like that. I gotta have it. Gotta be the completist.
Yes.
Right.
And I've seen some very positive videos on YouTube. I haven't seen them all, but I've seen some positive YouTube videos of Record Store Day drops 2020. And then,
I really enjoyed it. I'm very happy with. I mean, see a couple things up here. I got a bunch more. Kirk's got a few extra things for me that I'm picking up on tomorrow, Saturday, or something. And,
yes.
I've been very happy with it. Really, really cool releases this time.
Wow.
Good stuff, but these are some really strong ones.
Yeah. So next week, what can we talk about? Any suggestions from anyone out there listening? Dan, Edward, what's on your mind? What are you thinking?
Relics?
Oh, relics. Yeah, we could do relics.
Maybe.
Relics? We could do that. I was excited with everything I got for Record Store Day so far.
When we talk about the different covers, and won't go into much detail about that at this point, but we can talk about different colors and different versions.
Well, I can ask one question.
Yeah.
Dan, hold it back up. We're not going to say the answer, folks, but what's the connection between the record that Dan is holding and the record that I'm holding, aside from the drummer? So what's the connection between that record and this record, aside from the drummer? So there you go. That might be a $500. I mean, a 500 record crate bonus point question.
This guy might know the answer.
Oh, he might. And then this guy hanging out over here at Record Crate might know the answer too. Yes, he might. Yes.
We'll talk more about these little images next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey. And so we'll go into this next week, but there's a difference between your cover and mine. And have you see the difference between your cover and mine?
I sure do. You want to trade?
No, I've got one of those too.
Just kidding, Dan. Just kidding.
Let's see an OG versus a repress. No, thank you.
I love this album cover.
The cover artist.
Hey,
we're never going to confirm or deny that's the right answer, Victoria. But if you tune in next,
or Google it.
If you tune in next Thursday, and you come back with the same answer, you might just be the recipient of 500 Record Crate bonus points. So there you go. Yeah. But anyway, hey, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We'll have some Pink Floyd news because David Gilmour's been busy with Polly, and I had a chance to check that out today, and everything like that, and cool things like that. So, yeah. So anyway, hope everybody has a wonderful evening. If you have not picked up this record, they're still out there, folks. They're still affordable, and they're, there. And if you haven't picked this one up, same thing. Yeah. They
appear.
Yeah, they were plentiful, but one day they're going to be like, poof. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go.
If I may share a final comment about this.
Sure. It's the final comment.
Well, like I was saying about the performances in that Roadhouse, the audience, how everyone, it does not surprise me that there's still an audience to hear these Pink Floyd songs and to hear Nick Mason's Saucerful of Secrets. I'm sure it will encourage newer folks to come on board and go on that journey and listen to other Pink Floyd albums, the earlier ones. I enjoyed listening to the Arnold Layne single and revisiting this record again, and Saucerful of Secrets, like revisiting old friends again. I mean, it's just, I think there will always have an audience that will stand up and listen to them.
I agree. Yeah.
And it's nice to get that exposure to things other than the big four.
Right.
You know, it's and the big four for a reason. They're awesome albums. They're amazing albums. I don't take anything away from that, but there's so much more to venture into with Pink Floyd and related that it's it's just a starting off point. Listen to those big four.
The tree is big. Yeah. And don't forget, you pick up a Saucerful of Secrets, you can eat cereal out of it. Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you next Thursday.